Hi, my name is Vanessa. I am a poultry breeder and a provider of pasture-raised poultry as well as eggs. I reside in Yarrow, which is on Majuba Hill in British Columbia, and I took the no-till gardening course offered with Andrew and Dan in the spring of this year. The reason that I stumbled into this wonderful life that I now have was because 3 years ago I brought home chickens, and it snowballed from there, and it was a very intentional plea to myself to reconnect with the world around me. 2 years before that, we had just endured cancer treatment for our middle son. He is now cancer-free, and we're very grateful, but it did project me down this path of wanting to live a more sustainable, intentional life, and it did involve land. And so 3 years ago, we were blessed to bring home our first chickens, and I caught the bug, and I am now a breeder, again, as I said, as well as provider of meat, pasture-raised meat, right behind us there, and eggs as well. And I also ship hatching eggs all over Canada. I needed to find a way to utilize my waste. I have a lot of coops, and I want to raise my birds in a certain way which doesn't involve any chemicals or antibiotics or any kind of aids that would not be organically labeled. So I need to provide a very safe environment for them, and that does create a lot of shavings waste, particularly wood shavings, pine shavings. And I had noticed it was starting to pile up, and that was starting to concern me. I was noticing it wasn't sustainable if I had to have it carted off of my land every couple of months, and I only wanted to grow. And so I knew that I had to make a very intentional investment in learning how to utilize all of my waste to give back and regenerate my land. And so with all of the waste that we generated last year, I was able to start the garden that you see behind here. It is my no-till garden, and it was completely put together with compost and wood shavings and green matter and biochar and C90 and all of the things, bokashi, that I have learned through the gardening course, and it has enabled me to see great purpose and connection with what I choose to do as now a living, which is poultry breeding and providing, but also that it gives me a way of completing the cycle. And I was able to be enriched and enlightened on how to make those connections with my compost building, but also my soil building, how to build up a garden from sustaining my family of 5, but then to my community members as I grow more confident in the garden. And I'm now able to, with the skills that I have learned, I'm hopeful to launch a CSA program next year, because I have been inspired, and again, the community that I have found within the gardening course has been such an aid and such a value add. And so it has, a lot of it was instilling principles that I already understood and appreciated, but needed to understand how to put them in practice. Practical application, YouTube videos, being able to chat, being able to talk and connect as a community. It's amazing how much one can grow when you are equipped with the tools needed. And so learning how to plan and stage and utilize your land in a way that's going to benefit you. We were able to put in an orchard this year with the guidance that we got through the course. We were properly able to put in no-till and raised beds, install our greenhouse, and have all of these preparations underway for every season as we get to optimize what is offered up from nature. And so the course, it was, for me, the sense of confidence to be able to pursue these incredible dreams that I now have, to grow even further, but also this sense of community that was gained. I found a puzzle piece that I was missing, and I'm very grateful to have learned and to continue to learn alongside the community that is now growing within Local Harvest.